students, welcome to the online session or the subject of structural analysis. This subject of structural analysis is mainly for the student of structural engineering. Basically, in design of any kind of a structure, first of all, analysis is required to be done. If the analysis of the structure is done properly, then the design of the structure can be done properly. So basically, we can say that structural analysis is very important subject for the structural engineering students. So let's start with this important subject of structural analysis. So 3, 2, 1. Let's start. Hello students, welcome back to our online session. First of all, let's see what are the topics that we are going to discuss in this session. Basically, we are going to discuss the example of space truss. We already discussed much described way. We have discussed a lot of the space truss in the previous session. So let's start with the example. We are going to discuss then the degree of redundancy for the space truss. We are going to discuss the degree of redundancy for the space frame, which is rigidly jointed. We will be discussing the examples of the space frame, which is rigidly jointed. We are going to have a brief discussion on the kinematic indeterminacy or the degree of freedom. Kinematic indeterminacy for different trusses and frames we will be also going to discuss. At the same time, we will be discussing the examples related to the kinematic indeterminacy. So let's start with our first session. In the previous session, we have discussed a lot regarding the space truss. Now, in this session, let's discuss an example. So you can see over here, space truss is there. All the joints will be rigid joint, and all the supports will be in three directions. Means the member will be spanning in all the three directions. That is in x direction also, that is horizontal, in vertical y direction also, in the parallel z direction also. So you can see over here, space truss is being there, which is having the three supports. And all the three supports over here is a pin jointed. Means a hinge. And because of this, it will be, all of this will be having the three reactions. Reaction in all the three directions. Y direction, x direction, z direction. So three supports, three reactions. So let's solve it. So while calculating the member, when you will be calculating the members from this figure, you will find that there are 12 members. Okay, you can count it from here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 members are there. The joints you can also count from the figure. When you will be calculating the joints, after calculation you will be finding that there are 6 joints. Okay, I have already counted and I have written. Okay, so yes, the joints are 6, and previously we have discussed the reaction that are being available from this space truss. It is 9. 3 supports, 3 hinge supports, each is having 3 reactions, and cumulatively it will be the 9. And condition of equilibrium that are being available for the space truss will be equal to 6. Okay, so based on that, we have a formula. In the previous session, we have discussed that m plus capital R minus 3j. Same formula we are using because it is a space truss for that purpose. Okay, so yes, ds is equal to m plus capital R minus 3j. Well, remember, reaction will be equal to 9 and the joints are 6. So cumulatively, we are getting the ds value equal to 3. Hence, we can say that our space truss is a stable structure which is indeterminate to the third degree. Okay, so this is how the examples are being solved for a space truss. Okay, further discussing the degree of redundancy for a space frame. All the members in a space frame do not lie in a single plane because space itself it means that the members are in all directions. X direction also there will be some member, in Y direction also there will be some member, and in Z direction also there will be some member. So in case of a rigid jointed space frame, every member carries 6 unknown internal forces. Okay, each member in a space frame will be carrying the 6 unknown internal forces, that is equal to 3 forces and 3 moments. Okay. Therefore, 6 equations of equilibrium condition are being available for a space frame. Okay, and it will be at each joint. At each joint, there will be 6 condition of equilibrium. Means we can say that for each and every joint, the small r value will be equal to 6. Degree of static indeterminacy can be determined from the formula also. And this formula is basically 6m plus capital R minus 6j. We are using the number of members, we are using the number of reactions at each joint, and we are also using the number of joints. 6m plus R minus 6j is the formula to find the degree of static indeterminacy for a space frame. Okay, so let's solve an example. Here you can see that there is a space frame. It is having the 6 supports. Okay, 6 supports are being there. So let's solve it. So first of all, you need to count the members, the number of members in the frame. Okay, so after counting all the members, I have found that there are mainly 39 members. Okay, and at the same time, for the formula, we also have to count the number of joints. So after counting all the number of joints, it is being final that there are 6 number of joints in this particular. Now next is about the reaction component. So for this purpose, we have to see the supports. You can see from the figure that there are mainly 6 supports, 6 fixed support, and in fixed support, particularly in space frame, there will be 6 reactions. Okay, all the forces in 3 direction and all the moments in the 3 direction. Cumulatively, there will be 6 reaction each support. And here the supports, number of supports is equal to 6. So based on that, we can say that there will be 6 into 6. That means there will be 36 reactions. And for a space frame, the number of condition, the equilibrium condition available will be equal to 6. Okay. And we also have another thing, that is the C, that is the cell. So basically 16 cells are being formed because of the arrangement of the member. So based on that, our DSE, degree of external static indeterminacy, can be found from the formula, that is 6m plus capital R minus 6. 6 into number of members, that is 39, plus reaction, that is 36, minus 6 into 24. So cumulatively it will be equal to 126. Hence we can say that our particular space frame degree of external static indeterminacy will be equal to 126. Okay, so this was our example. Now moving towards the next, that is degree of kinematic indeterminacy or degree of freedom. Degree of freedom means, I want to give a summarized explanation of this, that it is a number of freedom that it can have. Any member can rotate freely when it is being loaded. So that is the degree of freedom. Let's discuss in detail. If the displacement components of the joints of a structure cannot be determined by a compatibility equation alone, then the structure is said to be kinematically indeterminate structure. Okay, if the displacement components cannot be found from the compatibility equation alone, then we can say the structure will be kinematically indeterminate structures. Total number of addition equation necessary for the determination of all the independent displacement components is known as the degree of kinematic indeterminacy. Means it is the degree or the location or the type in which the members will get deformed. Okay. And it is also known by the degree of freedom of a structure. Means what is the degree of freedom? Means what's the freedom the structure have to rotate when it is being loaded? Means number of non-restriction that are being possible in a particular structure. You can see over here, thus the degree of kinematic indeterminacy will be equal to total number of possible displacement in a structure.
means what are the number of possible displacement that in a structure can take place without any kind of a relation, means it itself, the structure itself, what kind of rotation it can have when it is being loaded. You can see over here that in a plane truss that is only delta x and delta y. The plane frame that will be equal to delta x is deflection in x direction, deflection in y direction, and also the moment or rotation into that direction. Okay, space truss there will be rotation in all the three axes. In space truss there will be uh, displacement in all the three axes. Delta here says that it is the displacement. Delta x means displacement in the x direction, delta y is displacement in y direction, delta z is the displacement in the z direction. Okay, and particularly in a space frame, in all the direction, all kind of displacement will be taking place. In x direction, there will be displacement also, and at the same time rotation also. Similarly, in y direction also there will be the displacement and rotation, and in the same way, the z direction also there will be the displacement along the z direction and the rotation the z direction. Okay, so basically we can say that there are some formula which is being finalized to find the kinematic indeterminacy of a different truss and frame. So dk here means the degree of kinematic indeterminacy. For a pin jointed plane truss, dk value will be equal to 2j minus r, means 2 into number of joints minus condition of equilibrium that are being available. At the same time, for a pin jointed space truss, the formula will be equal to 3j minus r. At each joint, there will be 3 displacement. 3 displacement is what is being possible. Now, talking about the rigid jointed plane frame, dk here will be equal to 3j minus. At each joint here also there will be the 3 displacement that are being possible. For a rigid space frame also, here dk will be equal to 6j minus r. Now, if inextensibility of a member is considered, that is the axial deformation of the member is neglected, the number of the constraints or the number of compatibility equation due to the inextensibility of a member is equal to the number of members. Means we are just neglecting the axial deformation, that is dk a and d. Okay, that is degree of kinematic indeterminacy neglecting the axial deformation. So for that purpose, for a plane truss, the formula will be equal to 2j minus bracket capital R plus L. For the space truss, the formula will be equal to 3j minus bracket capital R plus L. For the plane frame, the formula will be equal to 3j minus capital R plus L. And for the space frame, the formula will be equal to 6j minus capital R plus L. And in case of a beam or a plane frame with an internal hinge or a link, the formula will be equal to dk is equal to 3k 3 into j plus j dash minus capital R plus double R. So you can see over here there is a plane frame. Okay. So basically here in a plane frame there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 joints, and each free joint will be having the 3 kinetic, means degree of freedom. Okay, at a fixed joint there will be no freedom. At the roller joint there will be 2 degree of freedom, that is the rotation and the horizontal move, and at the hinge joint there will be only rotation. We can say the degree of kinematic indeterminacy of this particular plane frame will be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 18, and 20, 21. If we are not neglecting the axial deformation, then degree of kinematic indeterminacy for this particular frame, plane frame, will be equal to 20. But if we are neglecting the axial deformation, then the thing will get changed. Let's discuss. So R is equal to 3 plus 1 plus 2, that is 6. Number of members here is equal to 10. Joint is 9. So if we want to find the degree of kinematic degree of kinematic indeterminacy with neglecting the axial deformation, then it will be equal to 3j minus capital R plus F. So 3 into 9 minus bracket 6 plus 10. Finally, we are getting the 11. So you can see over here that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. All the degree of freedom in there. Okay. So this is how we can say that the degree of freedom for by neglecting the axial deformation will be 11 for this particular frame. Okay, here we are ending our session. See you in the next session and thanks for attending.
So here we are ending our session. Hope you have liked the session. We have discussed each and every topic in brief and also in detail. We have discussed each and every topic's practical application also. So thank you for attending the session. And if you have any kind of a doubt, if you have any kind of a query, then you can send me your doubts and queries in mail. My mail is in my YouTube channel. Do check into my YouTube channel, like it, share it, and again thank you for attending this session. See you in the next session. Thank you.